Namaste, Geminis, and welcome to Soul Horoscope SuperScope Weekly Report. My name is Witecki. I'm your Sensei to Sirius Joy. I seriously believe everyone can live in joy, but it is a lifestyle, and it's not that easy. But I'm teaching it week by week, and I'm so grateful you show up. Now, this is a SuperScope because it's designed to be super. It serves more than one kind. First of all, it serves the Geminis and the Gemini Risings. Those are two kinds. So if you're a Gemini or Gemini Rising, this will apply to you. If you follow my step astrology, then this will apply to you under Step 5. And if you have Venus in Gemini, this horoscope will have a little something for you at the end, so keep watching. Now, the Geminis, all of us on the planet, we have been under a straitjacket known as a Grand Cross, holding us down, getting us to change who we are in a profound way. This is, in my opinion, a quantum leap upward for some, or the beginning of the decline for others. This all happened, really, that quantum point, around your social life and where you see yourself in the world. And that's what we're going to wrap up here as we start this week. You're going to be tested on your role in the world and how well you can hold space for yourself in the world and your own potential sense of what utopia is. What are you going for in that? So you'll be tested on that. This is the social aspect of how you feel you belong in the world and where you feel your heart belongs. And this is part of the whole dynamic. Then later in the week, we move into the sun in Taurus, where you'll be focusing on your karma and inner faith. Wonk, wonk. I know, it doesn't sound like a fun transit, but I got good news for you. This is the last time you're going to have an injection of inner faith solar eclipse energy until 2022. So there's a solar eclipse that's going to help you clear away the karma, clear away the fears, clear away the bottom level stuff that blocks you from your psychic intuition and spirit. And once that's clear, I think Geminis are going to be all clear for flight, clear for takeoff, so to speak, especially with personal dreams. Now, the review here is this Grand Cross, which this week there will be a quantum shift in. I believe we will have a bit of a vortex open, more on that a little bit later. But this is a tug of war that's still holding you down between four areas of your life. Your social progress with Uranus, then Mars represents your own personal dreams, still under reconstruction until your birthday. All right, so personal dreams under reconstruction until your birthday period. Then north-south, Pluto is giving you a break, but that was pushing you into new experiences that were uncomfortable. Push, push, push. And now you're going to get comfortable in all those new territories, whether it's living in a new place or being in a new sexual relationship with someone or out of one, or, you know, I mean, it's profoundly intimate, private pushing. On the other side of that coin has been Jupiter in Cancer, which is pushing for you to grow with your self-esteem, be able to make money, be able to be independently producing and manifesting your own projects. And Jupiter is going to see you through the summer to all of that. In fact, really staying on the course of money, not to say it's shallow, but sometimes money and manifestation does move things forward. In this case, that is true. It is time for Geminis to raise their prices, to desire more in the physical world, because that will pull all this together. Now, last week we had a lunar eclipse that put a deficit to kind of erase the old high vision dreams you might have had. So once upon a time, you might have wanted to be a unicorn. Now that you're growing up, you realize that unicorns need a lot of space and barn space. That's just not a good dream to have. So we upgrade our dreams. We were 7 years old. And so the universe kind of erased those dreams, giving you freedom to create new dreams or move on to the next set of dreams in the list view or whatever, but that moved us forward. So a lot of changes maybe with something that dealt with the heart around the lunar eclipse. Watch last week's SuperScope again if you want clarity. These are designed to be timeless. But this week we start off with a final test of whatever that social role is. So the Saturday and the Sunday leading up to this week are all about really honoring yourself and not really compromising, I don't think, on your feelings or anything with friends or anything. So don't compromise, nothing at this point. If you don't know, we'll just wait till next year to deal with it. And of course, we've had a lunar eclipse and so many other things. So it's really about holding off in that faith and holding that final no. Then things are going to go kind of cloudy right away because it goes into Taurus and the moon will be in Capricorn. So you'll be very private in licking your wounds Monday through Wednesday. And it's actually on Wednesday that this portal opens that I was talking about, which to me is going to be this vortex. And this vortex is going to plant a seed, in my opinion. I know this is my my own theories here. And this is going to plant a seed that I think that Jupiter in Leo will fulfill later this summer. Here, let me explain how this works. Oh, wait, we got to move this up. There we go. Whoops. No, we don't. Here we go. So in outer space, here's how it works. All 4 planets move to the quantum 13 degree. Now, that's a magical degree. And Uranus and Jupiter, they're direct, moving towards Leo, whereas Mars and Pluto are retrograding, move towards Leo for that reason. They all create this quantum meeting point at 13 degrees Leo, which is going to put an idea in Gemini's head, an idea. Now, along comes the moon, which will move into Aquarius, and on Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m., it's going to oppose this quantum portal. At the same time, there is this soul pyramid in water going on, which means we're going to emotionally change how we feel. And I think this is going to put a kind of vortex imprint as to an inner faith that your heart believes it now has. You will feel an inner faith, and because that inner faith will be tied to the Leo vortex, which means the inner faith will be tied to an idea. So I believe the vortex opening, when you go in your little private moment, will be you in your heart getting an idea that your heart believes you can do. And then I believe the solar eclipse, which happens next week, will actually kind of like stamp it and make it so as far as the inner faith, giving you the inner faith for where this vision is. And that brings us to Friday. Friday is going to be Love Fest Day, and Love Fest Day is going to be really a nice healing, I think, or a feeling of satisfaction with career and future choices. So on Friday, you'll come out of that vortex cloud, and emotions will be shifting now to career, legacy, moving forward in your personal decisions, etc. And in that sense, you'll have, I think, an aha moment as far as your faith and where you believe you are going to go next based on career and this new quantum shift of an idea, whatever this is. The two come together. This Love Fest is going to be a very powerful Love Fest for anyone who has Venus in Pisces, or excuse me, Venus in Gemini, because of the Pisces energy. I'll tell you more about that in just a couple minutes. So at the end of the week, this is really a test of strength. So you'll be tested on your social moxie in the early part of the week. Then you go into this weird emotional learning phase, and I think this vortex opens up where you systematically find a way out of those 4 places. You find a way out of the straitjacket. This leads you, I believe, to a new quantum sense or a seed of inner faith based probably on an idea. And that idea will likely be fulfilled, by the way, when Jupiter comes to 13 degrees in September. That's how this orchestra always works. So it's a powerful, weird inner vibration week. But what it's leading you to is inner faith, which is a good thing, says Martha Stewart. Now for the 5 EQs, the slide I snuck out too early. These are people who have Venus in Gemini and who love like a Gemini. And I believe that this Love Fest Day is going to be very healing and loving and pull you into an interesting place. In fact, you definitely might consider the idea that you're going to meet someone very important from career or future planning. And with this particular Love Fest Day, I would be very open-eyed about where you are 3 days or prior or after Love Fest, because the universe is actually connecting you to give and receive on a very high level, which would mean you might meet long-term business partnerships, believe it or not, or long-term business partnerships that are tied to future love. You know, so many people meet love in the workplace. I said that last week. But in this particular Love Fest Day on Friday, there's a lot of juices going on at 20 degrees, setting a passionate tone for where you want to grow. Now, if you're in a relationship, in a marriage, in a long-term partnership, then you're going to find that your career changes pull your relationship into new dynamics. And so your personal partnership will be pulled into a new dynamic due to the fact that career stuff is changing. And more on that later, right? And actually more on everything if you have a Megascope monthly. You might open up and watch it. If you bought one at the beginning of the month, definitely dive in and watch your Megascope, because the solar eclipse and this whole paradox I was talking about that went through in a 60-second animation, I go into for several minutes in the Megascope. If you don't have one, you should get one, because they will help you through these eclipses and give me the time to explain things in different ways. And if you're a lady, come on down to gavenus.com, because I am doing live video coaching in the minute. What does that mean? Well, I send text messages, little videos that coach you through your day all based on your chart. It's a new beta system I'm developing. If you want to come down, the first week is free, and see if I can't get you into feeling pretty good in 7 days. And then lastly, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. That tells us who's watching, who's not. If you want to say hi on Facebook, come to soulgarden.me. That'll point you straight to our Facebook page where you can like us and follow us. And lastly, if you want to be on our mailing list where I email you every day of the week your zodiac weather and once a week your horoscope, come to soulmart.me. I'd be happy to do that for you. All right, my ambassador Geminis, it's a deep week. We got a vortex opening. Pay attention to the ideas that you have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and what comes out of the sky there. And really, it's time to sweep away the old lack of inner faith and put in a new one. Because this inner faith, I believe, that you step into right now is going to last you until 2022. See, you heard it here. Hopefully, I'll have maybe more resolution, a 4K screen at that point. I don't know. All right, I love you. I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, namaste and live, love, be.
Soul Garden.